Hello everyone, hello all beloveds, greetings. This is Freja Enjoy. Some of you know me, some of you do not. And I just thought today I'm gonna do a little video about my content, who I am, and maybe something about the difference I make and the difference I am as a content creator on YouTube and on other social platforms too. It's true. It is true. So I did a video, the video I did like 3 days ago or something, I think. And that video was about that I talked about energies, but then, and I also talked about how I help people when I'm actually meeting people in real life, that I don't sit in an office. I don't even do my YouTube videos in an office in a very like comfort zone. Like the most YouTube creators have a comfort zone where they do their videos always. Most people who look at YouTube videos are very, very easy to predict. So that's what the most YouTube creators, they know how the most people react and what they want, so they do what people want. But I can't do that. I tried and tried, but I can't. It's the same wherever I go, whatever I do. I can't do that. I have to be myself. And this is exactly what it is about, to be in fifth dimension, to be in sevens, nines and higher dimensions. It's nothing about what it was in what people refer to as the normal, and what people refer to and ask about when is it going back to normal. It's never going back to this so-called normal. It can't go back because we are in an evolution process, and this is the biggest step humanity has taken since the beginning of time. And how can I stand here and say these things? I want to say something directly before I forget, because it's so much things I really need to say to those who listen to me. For the first, there is people who are my people on earth. And there are people who are not on these higher dimensions or higher consciousness that will not listen to me. They will not listen to me because it's too much for them. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Someone come on a skateboard there. It doesn't really matter because I do my work, which is a conscious energy work on earth. And what I put in this is love, peace, and it is joy and beauty. So I am influencing, making an impact in the world by everything I do, of course. And it's not so important that you have a lot of subscribers or people who look at your content, because when you are giving out from your heart your voice or your text or your art, you are actually sending it out to universe. And that's the most important, because when people talk about that we are one, how can they talk about that we are one if they don't even understand this that I said now? So the most important is not that you have a lot of subscribers or listeners or people who look at your art or people who read your books or whatever, listen to your songs or even listen to you, because That what's matter is that you do what you have to do. What is your thing? What is your original source energy? That you are yourself 100% and 100% spiritual commitment in your path, your spiritual path. That's what's matter, because you can be sure, 100% sure, when you do that, you give it out to universe, and that's what's matter, because we are one, and that's exactly what it means. That's exactly what it means. And this is not an easy thing to really live. I can tell you it is not. This is so much talk about this that you should not be in your ego, and that it is a good and a bad ego people have. But how many of all these people who talk in, say, for example, YouTube again, are not very, very, very interested in having a lot of subscribers, having a very lot of people who look at their videos? The same goes for artists, visual artists, writers who write books, filmmakers, or whatever. The genius, the best ones in this world are the strongest ones, and they always have to wait longest time before they push through the resistance. Do you understand what I say? The resistance of the common man in the world. So, if you believe in yourself and know that this is your truth and this is good for you and for everyone that you do, you can never give up. Never give up. The longer time you have to wait, it's very, very possible, even maybe it is the absolute truth, that your message, however you give it out, will be and is a genius message. Never give up on your message. Be yourself. Be yourself. This is all that matters. Then I will come to this question that is about, I said, my people. There is no coincidences in life. There is no coincidences in life. And there is no coincidence that I am in Australia right now. Of course there is not. There is no coincidence that I was a scientist in my life, and I was interested in all the indigenous people of the world. It's no coincidence that I was studying all the healers. It's no coincidence that I was interested in environment, interested in how we treat each other. I did it and helped people all my life, because in the same time I helped myself getting out of the situations that wasn't healthy for me. And this is what's happening. I am in Australia and I talked to someone, local person here, and suddenly I say that, yeah, you actually, do you know this? When I was in New Zealand, I love New Zealand. I found so many friends in New Zealand. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. Islands. But, amazingly, when I came to the airport in Sydney, after I was in New Zealand, I was feeling something, and I said to myself, what is this? What is this? And yeah, I felt home. How can I feel home? I don't love cities, I don't like big cities, and I'm not especially fond of airports either. I love to fly, but that's another thing. And the thing is that I then understood, after month after month after month I've been over 1 year in Australia now, and what I understood was it's the Australian spirit. And as I said to this friend I now just talked to, I told you, I know. I have lived many lives here as an Aboriginal. Aboriginal soul. I am an Aboriginal soul. It's not only here in Australia. I've lived on the continents also as the first healers on earth. I was living in the other locations. That's my people. Can you imagine that kind of old soul to come through and have a lot of subscribers and people who look at their videos on YouTube and other social platforms? That's rare, very rare, because there is a need for something in the people who look. There gotta be something there who are interested in these kind of issues and this way I speak. Because of course, it's only not my words. It's not only my words. Because I give out light codes. It's coming to you who are listening to this now. I give out light codes wherever I am. And I don't ask for money. You can find other Ascension guys who have websites and have a lot of money coming in from their courses. And I still do my things for free. Some things I have asked for money for in my website, but I haven't been able to work on doing, to do advertising. I just don't like it. So I suppose, like I said to someone, I suppose that people have to learn to know who I am. And it has to go from mouth to mouth, from mouth to mouth, from mouth to mouth, who I am. And it gotta be special people, because people who just sit on bars and drink beers and whiskey and people who just run around and are stressed, they're not gonna listen to me, because I have too much message for them. And we have other Ascension guides on earth who are very good to go in to be assimilated in what is seen as normal way to express yourself. I'm also too much. I'm woman, I'm too strong, too much. Because people get afraid of real strong women. They can't take it. And I'm not gonna give one shit about this. This is going to be the past. It is the past. It is already dead. And people who believe in this kind of shit live the dead. That's what I say, and that's the truth. That's the divine truth. Because right now we are in the evolution, and we are in the process where people need or have to be more conscious. If people don't go into and be more conscious, they are going to be forced one or the other way. Not by any police or something, but by the universal energy. Because Earth was going up to 5th dimension, I think it was 2012. And she's evolving all the time. She's a being, spiritual being, just like some people on earth are spiritual being going and walking a spiritual path. And now it's time for the whole humanity to understand they gotta go a spiritual path. There is no other path for the future on earth. There is no other path for the future on this planet. So, the interesting thing is that I do all these traditional traditional old wisdom schools and mystery schools ceremonies. It's not rituals, that's totally something else. I do ceremonies. And I'm not gonna explain what's the difference here. I can do another video about that, but it's a big difference between ritual and ceremony. Yeah, so you gotta be alive when you do ceremonies. To do a ritual, you can be asleep. You don't have to be awake to do rituals, but to do a true ceremony, you gotta be awake and alive. That's the most important difference between those two, I can say now. So I have my shaman drum, and I do shaman drum journeys with people so they can reach into other consciousness levels of themselves to see and get in touch with their own true power, and by that empower themselves. This is one of the techniques I can give out and teach people about. And this and so much more is needed today. It's so needed today because you need to have good techniques to have to be prepared to use when different things appear or come up, and you are your own master. So when you are your own master, you use and know exactly what techniques to use. And this is never about to manipulate anything or anyone. It's about empowerment, and it's about yourself. That's all it's about. So this was very shortly, and I want to say those who actually have subscribed to my YouTube channel and those who listen to me are greatly doing fine, and we have an amazing community. And to you who believe that you can see with your physical eyes what's going on, or you who think that you can figure out what's going on by looking at some numbers or pictures or things on social media, no, that's not the divine truth. The things that's really happening is happening energetically, and it is inside of you and very much telepathically. I love you all. Have a nice day. Blessings from me, Freja Enjoy, in beautiful Cairns with these beautiful trees. You see this beautiful tree here? It's an amazing tree. It's full of these amazing trees here in Cairns. I love Cairns. North Australia. Australia, I love you. I have lived many lifetimes as an Aboriginal soul here. Blessings all of you.